Well, hi folks, I'll just give you a quick update on how the plot's growing, and it's absolutely amazing. After this 5 days of sunshine, we've had absolutely red hot sunshine. Everything's absolutely taken off from being just sat there doing nothing in the freezing cold. Just 5 days of red hot temperatures and everything's off and running now. So the old kale's starting to grow now. We've got a bit of warm weather. That's the old shallots I planted from seed that I just transplanted. And even the old lettuce are starting to grow again. Well, starting to grow, so I've thinned them out now to about the final positions, or maybe just a bit thicker than they should be eventually. Beetroot, I've thinned that out, that's growing now. And then there's a bit of garlic in there, which is just plodding along. And the broccoli that we just stuck in there, freezing to death really for the last month, it's seemed to have perked up a bit. It was going a bit yellow because it was getting a bit cold. Now my final ever attempt at Brussels sprouts, because I just cannot grow these, so I've got them protected to keep everything off, the butterflies and stuff off, in this netted thingy. I'll just show you, that's how hot it's been today. I've had my hat on. I'll just give you a quick look at the temperature gauge of the temperature it's been today in the direct sun. 42.9. That's ridiculous, isn't it? And the temperature now at 8:45 in the evening is about 18 degrees outside, which is fantastic. So anyway, into the old polytunnel. I've had to protect everything from the old strong sunshine, my onions, because they were getting absolutely scorched. So I've put some fleece on the inside and a bit of netting on the outside, which you might just be able to see. And everything is just bombing along now. That's some spare courgettes I've got that I'll give to somebody. My leeks, they're not far off getting about the right size to be planted out now. The spring onions that are growing pots just for a test, so they're about ready to eat. So anyway, they're my little onions. They weren't anything special. And remember those strawberries I planted a few weeks ago that were just little tiny bits of rubbishy bare root? Well, look at them now. Strong little plants, loads of flowers on, so hopefully I should get a few strawberries in a while. I've got my climbing French beans planted out now, because there's no risk of frost now I can see for the next 10 days, and then we're into June, so it should be pretty safe. And I've got another potato in a pot there. And I've got a few bits planted, a courgette planted out. It looks pretty insignificant in this bed, but they grow absolutely amazingly inside, so as do my little tiny cucumbers. And another big giant pot of new potatoes. These are Nicola. And I'll be emptying those tomorrow night just to see what sort of a yield we get. And this is the daft giant onion I'm trying to get some seed from, and it's, as you can see, it's pretty tall. It's about 6 foot tall now, and it's starting to produce some seed heads. So hopefully I should get some exhibition seed of my own strain from those. And then these are the exhibition carrots I'm growing inside, which are absolutely flying along compared to outside. So as you can see, the extra heat's absolutely made things fly along. So I'll just have a nip outside again. It's a bit of a tip, I'm taking all my rubbish home tonight. So, and the poppies just about starting to form some heads now, so should be good to see those come out. And things are starting to grow. You can see it's all greening up, all my sort of perennial stuff. That's the shade I've had to put on. I'll show you the sun just about setting. What have we got? Shallots are looking a bit worse for wear with the hot weather. They're getting a bit singed, but never mind. And the exhibition potatoes are just breaking the surface now, some of those, so that's not so bad. And this is where I'm growing all my show carrots and stuff, my big parsnips and whatnot in the big barrels, like 5-foot barrels. Parsnips are doing well, but as you can see, everything else, the carrots compared to the ones inside are just very, very small. But never mind, we've got plenty of time for those to come. And then on to my other bit. Well, I've got my potatoes in the pots. They're all absolutely flying along now. I've just been topping them up and nearly up to the top in a few pots with the compost, so they're doing really well. These are just my normal sort of eating onions from sets, just red ones and normal ones. And these are my shallots. As you can see, they're splitting well into the bulbs. They're quite advanced. These some overwintering onions I grew just for the test. They look really puny at the start of the year, but they've picked up again and started to grow well. And then these are my overwintered garlics, which are absolutely humongous for me. They're a right big size this time of year, if you can see. So that'll be interesting too. And then, if you remember, I planted some. This was my new giant pumpkin patch. I've had to protect these like nobody's business with all the frost we've had. But it seems to have done the trick. You can see they're flying along under these little polythene tunnels. And they're loving the heat. I've got them covered up with polythene. They're absolutely baking all day, but they love it. That's one thing that doesn't bother by the hot temperatures. And again, oh, jumping back over my fence. These are my other tunnels I made for the other things. This is my giant marrow. And then a few bits and pieces. I've got more potatoes about. A few odd shallots, a few more potatoes. Some of these silly giant turnips I got from an £80 turnip. I don't know what they'll be like, but we'll see. And then finally, another giant pumpkin and another tunnel. Loving the heat. So anyway, that's about it. It's just amazing how things have grown in the last week with this red hot temperature. So long may it continue, that's all I can say. So there we go, blue sky and Ingleborough. So that's about it. See you later.